Yeah, like I said, this thing doesn't seem like it's slowing down one bit, because in the end time, the scriptures already spoke about how the Lord would plague this place as in ancient Egypt, and he would send a great pestilence. All right, this is Exodus 9 and 15. It says, "For now I will stretch out my hand that I might smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth." Right. And is not the world being smitten by this great deadly pestilence? Matter of fact, let me get look that word pestilence up, because this is a pestilence. It's a plague. Matter of fact, I'll read this scripture, because this is what the ancient prophets would prophesy about. What would hit places? All right, disease outbreak. Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms. Is not China a great kingdom? China is humongous. Brothers in the group was going into how many goddamn cities is in China. China has a lot of cities, over a billion plus population, million man army. That's a great kingdom, and they're gonna be forced to start chipping those individuals. They already have a lot of them in quarantine in internment camps, and they're gonna start shooting those individuals down if it gets rated to that, to that extreme level. And they have no problem with that, all right? Because really, China is under a dictatorship any fucking way. Excuse my French, but you see, a couple months back, really a couple weeks back, you could watch these different videos, and they'll show the conditions and how heinous it is in China. How harsh the government is ruling over the people. As far as their new system, is concerned. The social credit system and all these different things. But this is under the definition of pestilence, which it says murrain, a cattle disease, which that would be a full-born disease, a full-born illness, because cattle would get plagued. Like I said, cattle might, they have movies where cattle would get bit by a bat, or the cattle can get infected by some type of disease-infected animal, and that cattle would maybe naturally die. That's why when the scripture says some things that die of itself, you're supposed to not eat things. And the scriptures the law tells you how to deal with infected food. If something dies of itself in China, those goops gonna take that and they're gonna whip it up. They're gonna make a fucking dish filled with soy. They're gonna put it in a skillet. They're gonna turn the temperature up, and you're gonna have some big head goop recording themselves eating it. And those gooks, man, you can watch a lot of videos of them eating whether frogs or squid. They'll eat the worst things. Hell, bat. They anything that's walking, and on the earth, or crawling or slithering, they're gonna down it, man. So it makes sense why this place is one of the first place to get hit by that plague. And I also want to get the scripture when the Lord would actually bring plagues upon the earth, or when I can find it, with King David. The Lord said 3 years of famine, if I'm not mistaken, or 3 days of plagues. I think I already had it up.